What's up, Keemstar?
Hey, what's going on? What are you guys
I
up to?
just chilling. I brought up the you battling Tonka thing because you fought him before or
I
argued with
did.
him before.
It was
Yeah,
a week into me being on YouTube, Andy. Andy doesn't let people finish stories, King.
Oh, I don't. I actually don't even remember this. Yeah, it'd be cool to know.
you feel you're playing the clip.
Oh, Jesus. It's from fucking the dad. Oh, he's not even going to remember the clip. He didn't.
Yeah.
It's
It's
totally
short
different
and
thing.
it's,
All right,
and
I'll
it's funny
play it
'cause
real
you called
quick.
him-
Oh,
Yeah.
Here you go.
who said that? Who said that?
You
King?
said that. Reading
Am I
documents.
speaking Portuguese,
Okay.
King?
I'm sorry. What is your name? What is your name?
What is your
Tonka
name?
Shaw. I'm
That
going
would
to
be-
write that Tonka Shaw is a pedophile on this paper. This
Go
is
ahead.
now a document. You are a pedophile. See, it's a document, so this is 100%
Well,
proof.
Keem, as usual, you're wrong.
That's funny.
How many
Yeah,
people
but
do you call pedophiles that you just forget that? Do you just go
Wow,
around-
did you really just take that out of context like that?
Yes,
Damn.
failure does. That would be failure.
Damn. I mean, clearly, even by that clip that is taken out of context, you can even see the context within that little clip. That what I'm trying to say is just because something's written down doesn't mean it's fact.
I don't know. I'm just fucking with you, man.
I
Call him a
mean,
cunt, Keem.
so what are you guys up
Don't
to?
call me a cunt. I want to be your buddy. Don't call me a cunt.
Tonka, you want to ask him about a fight or something?
Yeah, there was I had been wondering the Wings of Redemption shit. Big recent influx of people giving a shit about it. So you've probably
Yeah.
been reminded about it a million times. There was a boxing match that was supposed to happen between you two. And I heard it was on and then it's off and then it's on and then it's off like 2 or 3 different times. What ended up happening with that? This was like 2 years ago, I think. But I don't know.
No, that actually was just a little while ago. That was like maybe 2 months ago. If
That was only 2 months ago?
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, like me and Wings Redemption have known each other since 2009. And we've been fighting on and off since 2009. So basically what happened is way back in the day in 2009, Wings Redemption started attacking this other YouTuber called That Guy Who Camps. And That Guy Who Camps is a great guy. Back in that year, my channel got shut down because of false flags and just bullshit. And That Guy Who Camps, like literally just for free, told everyone where my new channel was and all that. So the Wings started bullying this other guy, and I stuck up for him. And I was like, listen, this guy's a fucking bully. Fuck this guy. So then my fans in return started like flagging and taking down Wings' videos. So me and Wings have been in a feud ever since. But there's been times where we've been at peace. Like in 2011, I had this show called Billionaires Challenge, which was the first Call of Duty stream to ever reach 100,000 concurrent viewers. And one of the people who I put on that show was Wings of Redemption. So there's been times where we've been like on and off. But Wings has this incredible ability to just fucking spew garbage about people for no reason. And about 2 months ago, he said Keemstar is the worst human alive or some shit. So I fucking said, all right, you fat fuck. I'm like, let's go in the ring. And he said that he was out of shape. And I was like, listen, I will pay you $25,000 to get your, fat loss surgery. And I'll give you a year to recover if you agree to box me. And he said he'd get back to me in a couple days. And he eventually decided not to do it.
Huh.
So that's pretty much that. But I love Wings. All right. We may have been fighting all these years, but like I secretly love the guy because he's just fucking pure entertainment.
So, but would you fight someone if they challenged you?
It'd have to be something like that. You know what I mean? Like with
he was
Wings.
challenging
Oh.
Wings.
With Wings, you know what I mean? We have this history for years. I wouldn't fight somebody that's going to get clout off my name or, even if I'm going to get clout from the other person, there has to be some type of history there. It has to make sense.
That's almost 10 years of history with you and Wings.
I know. I love the guy. The guy hates me. He thinks I'm part of the reason that I like ruined his career. And I don't know. The guy fucking hates my guts, but I love him. And when I come across people who genuinely hate him, I'm like, why? Like, you got to understand that, like, Wings being the fucking retard that he is what makes him entertaining. You know what I mean? Like some people take it way too far, swatting him, doxing him, and shit like that. And it's like, nah, dude, you can't hate him on that level. Like,
Shit's shitty.
you control him and pick on him and bully him, sure, all day.
I'll be honest, I can't even watch him cry. When he starts crying, I have to I watched a few of the compilations. As soon as he starts crying, I've got to click off. I can't handle it. I can't watch him cry. Can't do it.
How about now? Would you fight him now? If he was like, fine, I'll fight you.
Yeah. There's so much history there. Like, I just,
25K? How do you not, like, even if you take a beating, who cares?
Well, the thing
was also for his surgery, right? Like that was where the figure came from.
Yeah, so basically he is getting the same surgery that Boogie 2988 is getting, right? And he's getting it in Mexico, and we're all like, what the fuck, bro? Like, Mexico, like, dude, you're gonna go to Mexico to get the surgery, and you're gonna come back, and your American doctor is gonna check you over to see how the stomach thing go, and they're gonna be like, you're missing a kidney. I don't know if you know this, but you're missing a kidney. Or they're gonna open you up and find, like, you know, a couple kilos inside of you. So we're like, what the fuck? Why are you getting this done in Mexico type thing, right? So he was like, I would do it in America, but it'll be $25,000. So that's where the figure came. I was like, I will pay for you to have it done in America.
Yeah, don't go to fucking Guatemala, son. What are you doing?
If you box me.
No, that's the other thing. Like, boxing, that's not even a fight. Like, that's boxing. It's essentially a sport. Just crumble down in a heap, Wings, and you lose, and it's over. There's your money. Go.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's 25 fucking K.
And
I'll fight you for 25K. Keem.
And if he whoops my ass, like, he'd be a legend. You know what I mean?
That shit will get put in many a video. Oh shit, we hear Billy this time. This time Billy's coming through. What's up?
Yeah, my bad. I had to switch over to another computer. I'm living out of my hotel right now, so I had to go chase down Wi-Fi. What's up, Keem? How you doing?
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
I saw you hanging up the RV.
Yeah, I was in the RV for a day. My whole city like turned on me because I was with those guys. I live in Seattle, right? It's a social justice bubble. It's like they went to the gayest neighborhood in Seattle and started asking how many genders are there questions. So now I'm a marked man. It's very sad.
Did you try and bang Aaron?
No.
Did I try and bang Aaron?
Yeah.
I didn't try and bang her. I was talking with her. Like, I probably would have banged her because I'm that good at conversation. But the guys all kicked me out because they saw me getting into her head. So they were like, "You got to go, Billy."
I just think it's really interesting how these two worlds of the Kumite and, like, you know, blood sports and all this is getting mixed into, like, Ice Poseidon shit, and it's all because of Alaska.
Fucking baked.
Well, he emailed Andy, kind of begging for forgiveness yesterday, didn't he, Andy?
Yeah.
So he's kind of reaching out to try to get back into
The
other
traveling
communities.
gypsy is looking for another place to put the wagon.
Yeah, he's a weird one. When you see, I didn't understand it. It was like I seen all you guys like really, really bullying Alaska like bad. And
I saw that tweet. Yeah, I saw that tweet.
And I didn't get it because I'm like, man, everywhere I look, dude, everyone is really going hard at this guy. So I put out a tweet. And I'm like, someone's got to explain this to me. And sure enough, they're showing me clips of this dude at BuzzFeed when he was at BuzzFeed saying that, like, you know, certain celebrities that he would turn gay for and shit. And then they're showing me clips of him like in the alt-right. And then they're showing me clips of, like, you know, the Kumite. And it's like, holy, who is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? He has no identity. He's a chameleon that just like changes into whoever he's around.
And now everyone has pretty much banished him from every community, basically.
Nah, I think we should give him another chance. Just bring him in here and let him speak his speech.
Failure, go. You know it's gonna end badly.
I know.
You know it's gonna end horrific, dude.
I know. That's
what do I say? What do we say after that whole situation?
What?
but yeah, Keemstar, you can't really,
Ask him what gay celebrities he'd fuck.
Yeah. I'm gonna say one thing, Keemstar. Didn't you like when you had beef with? I forgot who exactly it was, but he had cancer, and you said you can't like wait to report his death.
Yeah.
That was savage. You can't really say anything about people bullying, right? At that point.
Yeah. I guess I can. I mean, the thing is I didn't say
Well,
that I cannot wait to report your death. I said you're being an asshole, and you make me want to say I cannot wait to report your death. It's different. It's different. But clearly, what I said was really fucked up. But it was a joke. I mean, it's not a serious statement. Like I'm not sitting around waiting for Total Biscuit to pass away so I can go report it. In fact, because of that whole incident that took place, he's actually really sick right now, and he's not going to make it. He doesn't have much time left. So when he does pass,
so new drama alert coming soon.
No, when he does pass, we're not reporting it all. I'm not covering it all. That's literally his wishes. He hated my show. He thought my show was garbage. That's how we got into the fight in the first place. So, I'm not reporting on any of it out of respect to him.
Yeah, of course.
I've seen you since I've known you. I've seen you show a lot of respect to people when they actually ask for it, right? Like you're really fair with people, Keem. Like I know there's been a few times you reported something and someone hit me up and was like, dude, this is fucked up. Could you ask Keem to take it down? And I just messaged you and you changed that shit hella quick. Like that's something I've always respected about what you do.
Well, I mean, the truth is really like the main goal, you know what I mean? And sometimes like you have a fucking shitty source, or sometimes, one story happens and one event happens and there's always like fucking 5 different stories of what really took place. So it's hard to really get down and capture, what's going on. So like right now there's a prime example, like probably nobody here gives a fuck, but Jake Paul and Logan Paul, there's some like crazy changes going on where their dad, Greg Paul, hired this guy, Apollo, and, basically Apollo and Greg Paul have decided that, the boys are wasting too much money. So they're like firing all these people in Team 10 and they're kicking people. And so now other people are leaving. And and apparently there's going to be some type of merger between the two companies because these guys make millions of dollars every month on merchandise, right?
Yeah,
both of them. But they're separate companies. What they want to do is they want to create a central brand to have both of the different clothing lines on that brand or attached to that brand or whatever. So I report the story. Someone then goes to Logan Paul and says, Keemstar said that your dad's taking over your business, and Logan's like, on his stream is like, no, that's not true. I cannot say how much that is not true. And then I realized the way I was wording it on Drama Alert, I was wording it kind of like his dad was taking over both businesses, but that's not really what's taking place. So I have to go and correct myself in the new Drama Alert last night and explain, no, this is like more of like a management thing and the direction that he's taking these companies. He's not fucking owner now. He's not CEO now. So just like little stuff like that, you're always going to have to update and correct. And if you don't, then why would people trust you? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it makes sense. A lot of people see it as harder to do when you do shows on the fly and things are happening as fast as they are on the internet. I think it'd be seen as a plus too, as long as you correct yourself whenever things go wrong. You have just as quick of an opportunity to correct yourself as you do to get the story out.
I mean, I get a ton of shit, even still, about like what happened with the old guy on Twitch, right? But those people that criticize me, none of them take into account that like the video was removed after. Do you guys all know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, when you called an old man a pedophile, it was wrong.
Yeah.
2 days, you had a video out saying that you had corrected it, right?
Yeah, you
No,
yelled
it was-
at me.
no.
Hold on, you yelled at me for fucking taking you out of context for saying you fucking call many people pedophiles or whatever.
Well, this is
Maybe
I'm
he
gonna-
is a pedophile though. Maybe like you
No, fucking stop.
has like you never know. Maybe you called it out. I mean, you misinformed people. But what if?
I think it was a complete accident, right? It was just a
So
No, but I'm
I'm
saying,
gonna-
what if
wrong
he
old
is though?
So I'm
Like,
gonna,
what
I'm gonna
if-
give you,
like, how do you know?
I'm gonna give you two versions. I'm gonna give you the version that people always say, and then I'm gonna give you the truth of what happened. So the version that everyone says is Keemstar accused a 60-year-old man of being a pedophile and made him cry. He's a horrible human being. Why would anyone do that? Right? He's a scumbag.
That's,
that's
the popular version, yeah.
That's the popular version. That's the one that everyone says. Okay. What truly happened is this. All right. We stopped using Skype and we moved over to Google Docs. And I have a manager on my news team and then the workers below him, right? Only the management and me had access to these Google Docs. And news, after it was vetted, would go into the Google Docs, right? It would be still thrown into the Skype call, get vetted by management, and then get thrown into the Google Docs, and then it would be good for air for me, right? What happened was, I didn't know this, but members of just regular people, not management, like in my team, had access to the Google Docs, and they were in there all week, but nobody noticed. I didn't notice because all the news that they were putting in there was perfectly fine. So anyhow, one fucking new guy who literally just looked at the stream with this old guy and looked at an article and said, yeah, they look the same, fucking threw this in the Google Docs. So I think this is case closed, that this guy that was, arrested for being a pedo in RuneScape is now out and now he's streaming on Twitter. I think this is all vetted. This is all ready for air. So I throw it up. The video is up for 2 hours and I'm live streaming right after the video goes out, and someone comes to my live stream. They're like, that's not him. He put his license out on Twitch proving that he's not the same guy. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I immediately deleted the video. Okay. The video was only up for 2 hours. All right. I made a Twitter video explaining to everyone what took place and what happened. And I called the guy to figure out what the hell happened, like my news team to figure out what the hell happened. And they explained to me how it went down. And I immediately fired the fucking guy that put the news in there. We got in contact with the guy that was accused, and I offered him $20,000 on the spot for what happened. And he said that he didn't want my money. He just wanted my friendship. And then I rushed to make a video to upload to my YouTube channel to explain what happened and how we got this wrong. All right. That is the truth. And, yes, we fucked up. Yes, I fucked up. But I feel like I handled that really responsible in the best way anyone has, as far as news. Normally they don't do that. And there was all this shit going on, like, you're going to get sued and all this other. I'm like, I won't get sued, because if he says you owe me X amount of dollars, I'm going to pay it. There's going to be no lawsuit. But again, the Tony guy, he just wanted to be my friend, and that was pretty much it. So, but that's the truth of how it really went down.
That guy ended up getting a whole lot of love off of that too. Like, if you watched him the days after that, his life actually improved quite a bit. He was very happy. It was like initially he was fucked.
Yeah, it was
a bad minute.
But
he, like, watching him, it looked like it was almost a blessing in disguise to him the days afterwards, because I followed it. I followed him just because he was like such a kind of charismatic old man. He's like someone's grandpa, So I just would check in on him, and he'd be so fucking super happy. So if he is a pedophile, he fucking caught me.
That's what I was thinking. Imagine he's just like sweating. Like, how do they know? How do they find?
Well, the crazy thing is, about a year and a half later, somebody hit me.
Kid. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Okay, this is true. Okay, this is true. This is 100% true.
Not what I just said. This thing
Okay.
that's following. Yes.
A year and a half later, I never reported this story because of my involvement of what happened, I couldn't. But a year and a half later, some fucking mean fuckers, all right, catfish this guy into believing that he was talking to like a 16-year-old girl, and they were having conversations back and forth that were borderline sexual.
No, I was close. He didn't fuck the kid. Oh,
but I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. There was no actual victim. It was being catfished. I don't care. I'm not touching it.
No.
Damn.
Here's how you save face. You make a video, go, see, I had a gut feeling, even though I was wrong the first time. Look what we got.
Keemstar intuition.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a rough one. That's a rough one.
I
Look, what
want
do
to believe that's not true.
Yeah, we'll assume it's not true. How about that?
I want to believe that the catfishes just were really good at convincing him that it was worth going to jail for talking to a 16-year-old. They were just really sexy catfishes, right? He's an old man. He sucks at the internet. So I feel like people, if they want to get something out of him, they probably could engineer him to say whatever the fuck they wanted with a little bit of catfish work. But that's still fucking fucked.
The worst thing is he kept like playing me, dude. It was bad, dude. It was like I would go play RuneScape, which I hate, and I fucking hate it every second of this. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. I went and played RuneScape with him because all he wanted was my friendship. So I'm over there like, yeah, this is fun. We're hacking trees. Wee! Like, I don't know what the fuck game this is and what I'm doing. But I tried to be friends with him. I wanted to pay for him to go to a RuneScape convention. Now I was going to fully pay for a flight, hotel, everything. But that they refused that. All I want is your friendship, blah, blah, blah. About 6 months after this happened, he calls me. He goes, can I call you? Sure. I give him my number. He calls me. He goes, man, my channel's not doing so well. I want to do some type of collaboration. I was wondering if you could, fly out to Kansas City. I was like, well, funny thing about that is I'm actually planning on going there in a couple months. So when I went to Kansas City, I did a huge fan meetup and all that stuff. I got friends that live there. I hit him up and I was like, let's hang out. Let's make some type of video together. Let's vlog together. I'm still trying to make it right with this guy. So I give him the time and place where to meet up, and he just doesn't show up. Now he's old. He's old, I didn't think anything of it, whatever. I message him. I go, well, I guess you're not coming today. Oh, well, I didn't say it like that. Like, it was nice. I'm like, oh, I guess you couldn't make it, whatever. So I get back, and about a couple days later after I'm home, he starts making these posts on Twitter about how, I lied and said I was going to hang out with him and never hung out with him. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because like this guy was allowed to do and say anything he could about me because of what happened. You know what I mean? I literally couldn't even defend myself. It was so bad. And he would constantly say Keemstar's ruined my life. Like, people would go and troll him and he would blame it on me in the video that was up for 2 hours that everyone knows he's innocent of, like a year ago. So I ended up blocking him on Twitter. I ended up blocking my Twitter, but it wasn't like, it was like a good 2 years after the fact because he just wouldn't stop trying to milk the scenario.
You're like, dude, like, hey man, could you shout me out on Thursday? Hey,
I was shouting him out. I was shouting out his stream. I was rating his stream. I was doing all kinds of stuff to make it right to this guy.
But you could handle a fucking decade of wings, but this guy, fuck no, he had to go.
You were playing RuneScape to make it right.
He had to go.
I can just imagine you playing fucking RuneScape, hating your life, and you're like, oh, I called him a pedophile. Fine. Fucking fine. I'll pick up these dumb rocks. What do we have to do?
Dude,
a raid? What's that?
That's seriously how it was.
So do you still have the same rule of will you be friends with somebody that you call the pedophile? Because I think Tonka needs a friend. Tonka, you want to be his friend. Like, Tonka has a boat. He has a captain's hat. He'll drive you around the fucking... Where do you fuck you drive your boat? You have a lake or some shit? Ocean?
The lock.
It's going to be walled off now. They're the friend people. They want to take everyone to Vegas and have a wonderful time. I want to go on my.
What's wrong with Vegas? What's wrong with Vegas? I'm gonna put Andy in a tank. He's gonna crush a car. That's gonna be fucking fun. No?
You know, fucking Asian Andy, he asked me at his birthday, he's like, yo, do you want a live stream? Just me and you in a room, and we both take roofies, and then we watch the stream the next day. I'm like, no, what? He's like, I don't know, it'd be fun, man. I'm like, that would end really fucking badly.
He's gonna give you the roofie, and he's gonna take a Viagra.
Yeah.
I have a great roofie story, but first, can I just
A roofie story, you say?
Yeah.
That's kind of
So
story.
Love Doinkins, I just want to say T1 comment. He said Keemstar doesn't need friends anymore because the statute of limitations for defamation is over. So T1 comment. But yeah, I have the greatest roofie story ever. So
No, Bill Cosby
Greatest
does.
roofie story
ahead.
of all time.
but actually me saying that story, or me saying that, kind of ruins the story. But anyhow, my friend Blade, he is an alcoholic. All right. Recently he quit alcohol, but he's an alcoholic and he gets crazy. He drinks and just shenanigans happen. And we are at PAX 2000, I think 15, and it's in Seattle, Washington. And at this time I was still banned on Twitch. So everyone's going to the Twitch party, and we just came from the YouTube gaming party, and the wristbands were the same color. They were black. So as soon as we get to the Twitch party, there is a giant line of people trying to get in. It's like this bowling alley place. And we get out of the Uber. I go literally to the front of the line, to the bouncers. I go, I work for Twitch. And then I walked in, and Blade just followed me, and we got right in. So that was dope. But anyhow, throughout the night, we're hanging out with people, drinking, getting a little tipsy. Blade gets way too tipsy. And Blade does this thing where he'll go up to people, shake their hand, but take their cup and just slam it and give them their cup back. And it's like the most fucked up thing. But we end up meeting these girls. There's like 3 or 4 girls. And they're like, they knew me. So they said hi to me, and I'm saying hi to them. And Blade goes and introduces himself, and he pulls the grab their drink, slam it, and give it back. And everyone's you would think the guy would get knocked out for doing this, but people laugh for some reason. I don't get it.
Big dude?
He's pretty big.
Yeah, okay.
So he slams it, right? And I'm just like, what the fuck, Blade? No. And he's just acting a fool, right? Later, at the end of the party, we actually, I was hanging out with Bully Hunters, Zombie Unicorn. Do you know who that is?
Yeah. That's the pink hair chick, right?
Yes, the pink hair chick.
Yeah.
I was actually out with her that night. So me and
tell me you roofied her.
No. So me, Zombie Unicorns, and these other people that are pretty relevant within the Twitch community, we all go out for like waffles or whatever. And we're at this Waffle House, and I cannot find Blade. Like, Blade's my boy. I went to the fucking thing with him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck happened, dude. I can't find him. I'm calling him. I'm texting him, nothing. I look in the Waffle House, and the Waffle House is packed. It's all with people that were at this party. And I see Blade over in the corner, and he's like sitting at this table that 5 people could sit at by himself. And I go over there. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? I've been texting you. I've been looking all over for you. How you doing? I'm like, can I have a seat here? And he goes, seat taken. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he's got this weird glaze over his eyes. And I'm like, that guy's fucked. Like, I don't know what to do. So I go back to my table with my people, and I'm just like, dude, I don't fucking know. And I'm like, after we eat, I hit him up and I'm like, do you have a ride? He's like, I got a ride. I got everything. I was like, okay, man. Like, I don't know. I thought maybe I did something. Me and him had some beef. I have no idea. Wake up the next day, and Blade has posted videos to his YouTube channel and his Twitter of him sitting in his car, snot running down his nose, crying, saying, I hate life. I don't know what this is. I don't know what's going on. Apparently, okay, the girls' drinks that he slammed had roofies in them. Okay.
Oh no.
He went to the hospital, got tested, right? And he had roofies all throughout his system. And because he's such a big guy, it wasn't enough to knock him out. It was just enough to make him like incredibly depressed, like over the top depressed. And he couldn't control it. So he filmed himself to document it because he was like, this is not normal.
I heard roofies don't really knock you out though.
Well, I think when you're a small girl, they do, right?
Okay, good to know, right, Billy?
Look, it's like back in the 90s, all the pro wrestlers used to take GHB, date rape, because it was over-the-counter legal, and they're big guys, so they would take it to get fucked up. But like they would, the girls would get it back in the 90s because they would make them unresponsive.
I just think the greatest part is like the asshole move of stealing the girl's drink literally stopped them from being raped.
Yeah, he's like a superhero.
He's like a superhero.
Oh, I thought they roofied themselves. I'm a fucking retard.
No, yeah, he saved the girl from
Why
getting
do you guys
raped.
roofie themselves? What the fuck?
He's like the opposite of a pedo.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that live. Like doing
Yeah.
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 Sit there and just be roofied on a live stream. Just sit there and just sway back and forth, miserable.
Yeah, I was like, isn't that illegal? And apparently it's not, or some shit.
What, live streaming being roofied? What part is illegal? You have to be specific.
Well, doing roofies in general.
Well, I don't think he was
would have
necessarily
to-
trying to do them.
Wouldn't roofies themselves, wouldn't they be illegal? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
I know
Well,
they
the
were legal
roofies
for a
would
long
be
time.
illegal, but he wasn't trying to do roofies. He just drank drinks that had roofies.
Yeah.
I see.
He was
saved-
roofied. even.
Yeah, he
Isn't roofies like tranquilizer? Isn't it's the same thing, right?
a lot of times it was GHB, but tranks roofies is like a blanket term now for anything that knocks you out so people can rape you, I guess. But in
So-
the 90s, it was GHB, which was over the counter for a long time. You can get it at like GNCs, the General Nutrition Centers.
Did you buy them in bulk?
Yeah.
I'm in bulk.
You think I got laid, dude? No.
Need a case of
I just-
roofie.
Or
I just heard all the
Rohypnol, people in the chat are saying.
Rohypnol is what it was originally.
That is the original roofie,
Yeah.
the old school roofie.
Slip
there
a
was
Mickey
the-
was the term that my parents would use when they would
Slipping
rape
a
people.
Mickey.
Slipping a Mickey. That's-
Billy,
what
why are
happens
you
when you're-
living in a car?
Why am I living in a car? Well, I'm actually living in a hotel, and I have no Wi-Fi in the hotel, so I had to drive somewhere to get Wi-Fi. Because I heard they were talking shit about me. No,
Mm.
no, I just wanted to get on. I'm sitting in this fucking hotel doing nothing, banging my head against the wall.
What are you doing? Like, are you like just going around touring, or like what are you doing?
No, the estate that I was living in is up for sale, so I had to get out of the house while they show it. And
The whole state.
That's
the
what I
estate.
heard.
It's the estate. Sorry, it was my grandmother's estate, and I was living in her house after she passed, getting it ready to sell. And now that it's ready to sell, I'm in a hotel waiting for the shit to close out.
Oh, so you're homeless?
Technically, yeah.
Where are you gonna
I'm
live?
homeless.
Where are you gonna live?
I'm not sure yet. I'll figure it out when the money comes in.
Mm.
Fuck.
Nice. How's Drunken Peasants?
It's going good. Like, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, we took a pretty big hit being down for a month back in January, and I think a
What
lot
put
of
you down? Was
people
it a
who are
strike?
fans of the show. No, it was Ben and TJ decided to separate ways. So there was like a month where they had to split ways. There was a month where they had to figure out how things would go beyond that. So it was just like a month of downtime. It kind of made a lot of people leave and not even know the show still exists. So but it's got a great support. The people who are there are fucking huge supporters. So it's cool.
Dude, we uploaded a brand new beta yesterday and it only has 40,000 views. Like, we know the sub boxes are fucked, but still, like, I'm like scared. I think like
40,000.
yeah, that's it. Like, I feel like Beta's gonna die. Like, I'm terrified.
Oof. It's you, Colossal, still or no?
Yeah, me, Colossal, and anything for views. Like, I'm just shocked. Like, I yesterday on YouTube, it was really fucked. The notifications weren't working right, so that's part of the reason. The other part of it is we haven't uploaded in like 5 months. Well, no, we haven't uploaded since January. I don't know how many months that was. But yeah, dude, like I don't know what to do. I'm thinking we're gonna have to push it from Drama to get some more juice back into it. But
Yeah, 'cause I
How's-
think if you don't post for a while, like, doesn't that fuck with the sub boxes and all that shit?
it
That's how I
might.
feel. That's how I feel it works. Like if you post very like often, like I don't know, people watch it and then the YouTube will put that on the recommended.
Yeah,
front
because like
page.
if you think about it, like our fans on Beta, we haven't uploaded in, like I said, like 4 months or something like that. For the last 4 months, they haven't been watching Beta, so YouTube doesn't see that, so they don't know what to, they're not going to recommend Beta because for the last 4 months they haven't been watching it. But it's not because the content isn't good, it's just because we haven't uploaded. It's so weird. Like the algorithms and shit that they have out there are horrible, and they keep changing it, and I understand why they keep changing it, but I wish they would just keep it the same so everybody could play by the same rules and be able to manipulate
Not just play by the same rules, be able to keep up with the fucking rules.
Well,
You can't
a lot
play
of
by the
times-
rules if they're changed every 15 fucking minutes.
Dude, when
A
they
lot-
change the algorithm, it's like a wild difference. Either my views will go up or my views will go down. And it's like, because like I'm in such a habit of uploading like almost every day on Drumler. I know like within the first 15 minutes, the Drumler is supposed to have 100,000 views. All right. That is the standard. If it doesn't have it, if it's high or low from there, then something's fucked up. But the days they change shit, all of a sudden it's like 200,000 views in 15 minutes. They changed something, fucking 50,000 views in 15 minutes. They changed something. It's like, if you really study your channel, you'll know when they change shit.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think that it might be depending on who you're talking about too? Like if it's someone who is well known and you throw them in the title or whatever, more people will be like,
There's
"Oh, I want to."
times when you can tell the faucet's been kind of lifted up on certain things and then it gets rinsed back down.
No, to go back to what Andy was saying, it's like the first 15 minutes of a video being uploaded, right? The people that are clicking on it are your like diehards. You know what I mean? Those are the ones that watch you every day and they want to see it the minute it's out. You know what I mean? So that's I don't think it's going to be based on. I mean, if I upload a video that says this is boring, there's nothing in this, I don't know. There might be something to it, but I don't think it would have that much of a swing within that short period of time when it's out.
Yeah, it's I mean, YouTube is just YouTube. It's fucked. It's just sometimes it's going great. Sometimes you're like, what happened? I'll get like a notification on my phone for like my show if I'm on a different channel, like hours later. I'm like, oh, thanks, appreciate that. Hours later, not when I'm live.
Well, that's the thing with the streams that just fucking sucks.